My footsies hurt. Ugh. I don't know what that was. Pretty disconnect there for a little bit. Alright. Alright. We're all here. The gang's all here. I think. Ooh. He's finally here, performing for you. If you know the words, you can join in too. Alright. It's been a while since we've been with Living Memories because picking up the shards has been alright. It's also kind of... It's also kind of shit the bed, and I have a strong suspicion that the author is not willing to face the music on what they're actually writing. Well, whatever, man. I don't want to make it long today because I got other stuff I want to do. I've been so busy. I just want some time for me. I just want to sit down and kick up my little feeties, my extremely sore feeties. What a day. Ugh. Kick them up and relax. Safi, you don't know what you're missing out on dancing towards plagiarism. Literal fetish CG in the middle of the game. You're the one who told me to stop. You can't just tell me to stop. I get called out by someone. And then you were like, you're missing out, buddy. Get this man out of here. Drag him from my courtroom. I know what you're talking about. I've already seen the CG vid. All I can say is y'all are wimps. You all are cowards. Cowards, I say. You're gonna be like, seeing that? That's what sets you off? You are like baby. You are like baby. I could stare dead in that gaping abyss and be fine. Meanwhile, the porcupine apparently just fucking lost it. The man crashed out. I don't know what happened. Why was he so... You think someone like him would be a bit more durable. The guy streams all kinds of bullshit. And he's just like, no. Ah! It wasn't even a real 4. It wasn't even a real 4. Ugh. 60k allegedly well spent. I mean, until I can get verification that there's actually a $60,000 check written out or something. I'm still convinced that, like, the art was done by, like, the person who wrote the game. I'm sorry, okay? I just don't see this being an external art project. They could have gotten someone better, right? I mean, I know that it's, like, a large project, so you would have a consistent artist. But any professional artist would go, like, man, that sounds like a really nice thing, having work for that long. Just a consistent flow. Ooh. Cowards. You are weak, soft, and spongy like baby. Oh no, Safi, she has her mouth open a little too wide. Ugh. I think what's really worth calling out, though, is the fact that the player character is seemingly into it, or at the very least not like. I don't know. That's where my limit gets drawn, because I'm like, there's a level of like, wow, what a convenience, huh? It just makes me mad, you know. I feel like if that's going to be your main argument, you should have started with it earlier, right? You got, if the main character is a freak, if Inko is a dang freak, I should be allowed to know earlier. It should not be revealed when the freak is coming out. The timing is just like, I'm sorry, man. You can't just lure someone into this. All I'm saying is I'm definitely waggling my finger like an adult, and I'm not on board with this. I do not. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. All right, enough. Backing and a fourthin' and a backing and a fourthin'. At some point, we gotta get schmovin'. If you say it once, okay. But going over 10 minutes, how bad he wants it, kind of projecting, not gonna lie. What do you mean? The scene drags? The scene drags? The protagonist is like... I don't know, man. Listen, I'm fine with having a story that's about someone's funky kink sexual awakenings. I don't know if you should write that about teenagers who are written on the younger side. I don't know how to describe this. I know that the main cast is supposed to be in their senior year, but the way they freak out about fucking pizza, they're either like the lamest normies, or I'm like, I can't see. How are they 18 years old? They're gonna be, it's America, right? Mentally, they should be primed to move out of the house next year, or get a job, or go to college, you know? And they're like this. They're acting like people who just graduated and are like, man, I miss my childhood. They want to do something interesting. Why not make it mpreg? I'm sorry. Teen pregnancy in your romance fic, that's one thing. We're making it mpreg? We're going there? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Here's the door. I'll hold it for you. Don't take your time. I can wait. What a concept. Oh. It's just the dumbest shit I've ever heard. If women can have stories about their teen pregnancies, then men can have them too! Slams fist on table. This is a society. We are an equal society. Oh, it's so fucking stupid. Oh. I can't believe Kitten Boy Wife left. I know that he's there. I know that he watches Porcupine too. I've seen your face there, buddy. I stood by the window in the pouring rain at this man's bar. I thought I was your bartender. How could you do this to me? The mental image of someone's bartender like going to a wholly separate bar. Not inside, just outside, looking in through the fucking window, getting mad you're ordering a drink at someone else's bar. When the fuck does a bartender have the time? Safi and Porcupine collab shitting on TT. Okay, I'm sorry. The beans gotta come down. I need to talk about this. I'm gonna throw some massive shade. Okay, I'm gonna throw some shade, which I honestly think is why that collab would work as well as it would. Porcupine seems to have issues reading a lot of the time. I don't know what his setup is. It might be a setup, but he doesn't know the word volatile. He doesn't fucking know the word volatile. Okay, I'm mad. Okay, I'm just a little pissed off. Put him in little hands. On the other hand, he also agrees that most fics are shit. So honestly, I don't know, right? I'm kind of in the middle on this. Ugh, having someone as eloquent and well-written and well-read as me is going to bring up the quality of things. It also is going to have him constantly yell at me, Safi, speed the fuck up. This isn't Shakespeare, you idiot. All right. That's enough of the beans. I feel like we get we come at things from different directions too. That's also like a really nice in a collab is that both people that it's like if you're doing a collab and both people have like similar interests, fair. You can connect and unite and you can offer like the shades of perspectives. But the other is you come at it from completely different sides because he's noticed things, right? He's noticed things and gone like, that's weird. And I'm like, I didn't even notice that. That's also what you can do with it, right? I'm not saying I'm gonna. We will never talk. We will never meet. I will forever be, just like he never comments on my videos, I will forever be the guy in the trench coat hiding behind the newspaper with two aisles cut into it. We will never talk. We will never acknowledge each other's existence. It is the way of things. It is the way of things. Also, he streams at like midnight. I'm not staying up until fucking midnight. I'm not. I guess I could send him like an Audacity or like a sound file with possible responses, and you can just make a soundboard. The collab of the future. Everything we read gets sent to an AI that's been trained on me, so that I can provide him with the appropriate sound bites. Ah, can you imagine doing collabs with the dead man? We can bring Total Biscuit back from the dead. We don't need laws about necromancy. Just have fun. I do appreciate that. Apparently, they're trying so hard to use AI to bring people back from the dead, and people keep saying like, we need necromancy laws now. We need necromancy laws. Ugh. What a world we live in. Well, I had a few good laughs. What a great way to start the stream, with a nice positive outlook on the world. I forgot where we were. Okay, Safi AI, time to reread Nothing to Some. You know what, Arthur Kitten Boy Wife, that is reviving someone from the dead just to put them right back in hell. You're just like, listen, Safi's already burning in hell, but if we have his AI counterpart do it too, does that double the suffering, right? Does Satan come up and collect the bucket of suffering that bleeds out of this machine and just pour it all over him like gravy when he gets back down there again? Ugh. That's how we know Satan is real. We end up with massive towers filled with nothing but people suffering their worst nightmares. Just AI duplicates. Ugh. I'm Leon and I'll be Mr. X. You know what? You're right. I should get going. Otherwise I'll catch up. Literally glazed suffering. I am glazed. I am glazed in the suffering of my AI counterpart. That's what I started the recording, so everyone who's listening to this is like, what? That's what we in the business like to call a cold open. Like, you know, because you're cracking a cold one with the boys. Anyway, chapter 18. It has no title. We don't have budget for titles. The school week ends, leading me into Saturday. It's been raining pretty hard for the past couple of days, and it still is, judging by the pitter-patter of raindrops hitting the roof. I don't think it ever canonically rains over the course of the entirety of Snook Game. I don't think it's ever called out, at least. The fog is there, but I don't think it rained. Meanwhile, Wani has canonized that you've got to have a scene in the rain. I feel like rain would make sense for Snoot, though. With the rooftop scene, the crying and the running mascara, you know? Taking into consideration the state of the weather, I doubt that Sienna's gonna come by. I snuggle back into the comfort of my bed and start falling asleep again. Only a couple of moments pass before my phone buzzes, signaling that I got a text message. I hate that feeling, right? When you're like, I just want to... I don't do it often. I don't sleep in a lot, but when I do, and my phone buzzes because my phone is only set to silence and mute in my normal sleeping hours, I'm like... There's only one person who texted me this early in the morning. I read the message through half-closed eyes. We all know who it is. It's Mr. X. And he's here to talk to us about stars. Come by when the rain stops later. Be ready. We need to get some of the weirder ones out there. Saf A. That's actually pretty clever. That's pretty clever, but you forgot Nate. But I do like it. Oh no, Shapire. Oh, you're fucking with me. Give me a fic recommendation. This is good fic called Nothing to Something. Wow. That's slander and libel at once. How'd you do it? It's the written word. Spoken and written. I guess I was wrong. She'd run through hell and high water, wouldn't she? I guess I should wait until the monsoon season and watch her just wash away. Sienna's declaration that we could be out today spurs me to get out of bed and start my usual morning routine. Just gonna pull out a couple of teeth I don't need anymore. I will get some money from the tooth fairy. Once I'm ready, I head downstairs for breaking fast, joining everyone else at the table. To my surprise, Fang had gotten up before me on a rainy day, no less. They're emo! Amber, they gotta be out there going like, ugh, are we here just to suffer? I'm all wet. You can just come inside, Fang. I'm soaked by the rain. I should mute myself when I do that. Safi, you idiot. I'm ready, okay. Hey, Fang, you're up early. What's the occasion? Fang glances my way before gulping down what they were eating. I'm looking for a venue with a friend later. Gotta be ready to get there. You can just look for a venue in this rain? Everyone's gonna go like, ugh, you can't even afford a raincoat or an umbrella. Standing on the edge of the crater, ugh. The only standing I want to do is when I'm standing here and I realize... Standing here, I realize that you were just like me, trying to make history. Who's to judge the right from wrong? I can't hit those high notes. Fuck me. I tilted my head at the warning. If it's Trish or Reed, why not say they're Name? Wait a minute. Name? Naomi? I gotta figure it out. Instead of keeping it vague, I asked Fang whether either of them were coming. Also, all the talk, you never streamed Metal Gear. You know, I've been thinking about doing it sometimes. Do I even own? No, I don't. I do own Metal Wolf Chaos and Thief Metal Age, but I'm not a man with taste. I have no taste, and I must scream. Oh, it's Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Ugh, that's why I got it wrong. I mean, it's $20. And we get the moment where it goes like, rules of nature. Man, that game is 12 years old. That's so scary. I'm scared. I asked Fang if either of them were coming. Nah, they can't come. It's busy. Trish had to go to the hospital. Got her brain pretty badly, got infected apparently. Wow. I can't believe Trish is gonna lose a hand at this age. I'm not even 20 and already lost a hand in vicious battle. I will say that Armored Porcupine is a lot more, shall we say, willing to engage in the less classy forms of humor. It's the actual reason I will never stream. And now someone is like, ugh, Safi, you fool. You've played right into my hand. I will now write the RFP. No, it's RPF, sorry. I will now write the RPF about you too. You said you like sweaters, don't you? And I'm like, ah! I wake up from my nightmare. I had a nightmare last night. For some reason. Right? For some reason. I had a nightmare. And it was like, to walk like a straight line. It was like an alligator in the water and turned into a hippo. And it was like AI, you know, where it like looks all weird and it bleeds into itself. Man, even my dreams are looking like generated AI now. And I don't even look at that stuff that often. Where did it get the idea? We'll give her a robot arm and an eye patch as treat. You know what, Trish? You get to be the villain of this arc as a treat, even though we prefer you to keep you as a mini-boss. Trish touched the seed of evil and is now some kind of avatar for a dark god, but she also has a cold, so I guess it balances out. Half tempted to get a secondary account and write that RPF fic, just to fuck with me, and pretending. Oh no, who wrote this? I used my powers for evil. For those who don't know, RPF is real person fic. It's shall we say, a weird pillar of fan fiction where you write about people that are real and have flesh and blood and have potential actual marriages, and it's like super weird. It's apparently not uncommon in hockey for some reason. But with that answer, that only needs one possible person it could be. But however, it does help explain why Fang tried to hide them. Is Anon coming over? Their eyes widen before glaring at me, but that just leaves me more confused. So long before I know the reason for their reaction. My little Lucy's having a boy over? Oh my, that's delightful. Oh. Mom, stop. He's not going to be pregnant. Oh, darling, you can never hope too much. We should welcome him warmly. We should... Mom, it's not like that. Situation devolved into Fang fending off Grandma and her barrage of suggestions on how to greet Anon. Also, Porcupine says Anon. I will forever say Anon. Because that's just how my brain goes. It's just the verb choices that I make. The funny part is, technically, I should be preferential to saying GIF, which is a consonant that the English don't even have, instead of GIF or GIF, or giblets, just to fuck with you. I'm gonna pull out the third secret G version that you don't even know about, just so everyone gets mad. Ugh. Again, it's anonymous. Why would it be Anon? It's written. How the fuck do you figure out that on 4chan you're supposed to say it differently? It's not anonymous. It's anonymous. Or is it? God damn it. I'm going to have to pull up a dictionary. No, I don't believe in dictionaries. I'm not giving these stupid Websters any more power than they already have. Anungus. I'm sorry, Fang. I didn't know she would get like this. Which is okay. I got a question for you. That I forgot about actually. Did Amber specifically tell who her dad is, or did she just say she was a grandchild? I feel like if Sam ever finds out that Anon is confirmed the mother of Amber, I feel like Samantha would have to get killed, or it goes like the weird ways. I feel like she'd be like, and Fang, you gotta get pregnant now. I want to have my grandchild. And it's like, wow, I'm not even graduated. Just like with I want to take responsibility, I seriously have objections to having someone carry a child to term while they're in high school. There's a weird moment there, buddy. Why were you doing this? I get wanting to write that fic from the perspective of you can't do it, but you gotta make it an obstacle that I care about. The main characters, fucking millennials, or Gen Alphas, or whatever the fuck someone in the year 2023 would be, is not going to say abortion is off the table. It has to be their fucking parents. These people do not know how kids are these days, do they? No, something like that. Grandpa. I like how Grandpa is... Oh, there we go. Grandpa and Nasser are watching Fang and Grandma argue, though the mug in Grandpa's hand seems to be cracking from pressure. I mean, he's gonna crack it so hard it turns into diamonds. Safi... Ugh, ceramic is not made of carbon like that. I'm like, you haven't tried, have you, buddy? I would love a fake ceramic mug that you can break and like a little diamond stays behind your hand. That'd be funny. Mom, I'm not gonna impregnate him with my eggs. Oh, what about grandbabies? And then she's like, you know, you can use my proboscis for injecting him. Finally shows up on doorstep. Says they have a distant cousin who got sent here. Don't tell from who. I love the idea of like Fang's snoot is supposed to be longer for like injecting someone with the fertile eggs. Anon's not the dad. He's just the carrier. You know. He's like, my water broke. Oh, Anon, you're gonna die in like 5 minutes. Thank you. That was the end of that ring. So, what the fuck is the opening to the stream? What the hell have our conversation topics been? Am I okay? I don't know. It was the end of the ringtone started playing. It was Nasir. I think he says Nasir, by the way. As he hurriedly took his phone from his pocket and stepped out of the kitchen to answer. He's not gone for long, as just moments later he returns. Wow, I love that you basically said the same sentence twice, and I don't know why you're emphasizing it. It's not that important. Who was it? It was Naomi. She said she was going to come by once the rain stopped. Unfortunately, she's the Wicked Witch of the West, so she kind of melts in the rain. It's really sad. Fang was the quickest to react. Why the hell is that bitch coming over now? Language, young lady. She is the brother of your girlfriend. She's your brother's girlfriend. She's the girlfriend of your brother. That also works, though. She's your sister's boyfriend. I mean... Everyone just looks at Samantha. Mom, you swore you wouldn't tell anyone. Didn't say why. Didn't say why. She just said she was coming over. Fang's mood becomes considerably more sour alongside their expression. You know what? Okay, listen, I watched the Bad Apple stream, and you know what? I was reminded of just how fucking often Bad Apple... First off, I don't like that fic because it is not translating the fact that you can see things on screen now, so it's describing the obvious expressions characters have without using any of the literary techniques to make it more interesting. But my fucking god, does Bad Apple often use the term expression. Wow! My man, you don't have to use that term. You can just describe people's emotions in general. She is not wearing a sad expression. Just say she's sad. Just say that she exudes melancholy. That she wears sadness on her face. Why is it always fucking expression? It's such a big word. As everyone else is discussing the fact we were going to have 2 guests over, I suddenly remembered. Are all 3 of us having people over today? Oh boy, it's smooching time. Are they really going to go on a venue search with 6 people? People are going to think like, wait, are we getting robbed? There's like 6 fucking dinosaurs here. Hey, I'm a human. I need to get... You know what? We need a good voice for Anon. I think I have one in mind. Once breakfast was finished, it was not too long before the rain decided to subside. With it stopping completely shortly after. To nobody's surprise. Also, I watched that fucking... He plays like... What is it called? Program plays like a roguelite AI. I've noticed something about that that's really bothered me. The lines are too long. So when you try to switch to the next sentence, it's just a little too far for me to go like, wow, that is an uncomfortable distance for my eyes to flick. And it makes it really hard to continue reading line after line. So nobody's surprised. Naomi's the first to arrive in record time too. Because normally the way you want to read, right, is you want to go like this, and then you sort of cache the last few words, and then you skip to the next line so you can put those in there before you've said the words. But it's like a really, it's a delicate dance. You must dance the dance of literacy. Almost as if she was just waiting for it to stop pouring and rushed out. I like that Naomi is just, she's melting. You know, Trish is the villain. She even put a self-destruct button on the Lavenda. I mean, admittedly, that is kind of what happens. It's kind of what happens. As she walked in, she greeted everyone in a cheerful manner. Why can't she just greet everyone cheerfully? I'm just saying there's 100,000 ways to say the same thing. And I'm not sure which is right. Maybe it's up to personal taste. Well, mostly everyone, since Fang locked themselves away in their rooms. Wow, Fang. You can just tell her you're allergic. She talked amicably with us for a while, going on about how terrible the weather was and how the sun... But now the sun was out, and that today was going to be the makings of a great day. Once conversation died down, she got up and headed to the kitchen to help Grandma with whatever she was preparing. Some time passed. Grandpa, not Granddad, Nasser and I were just sitting in the living room waiting for the other two guests to arrive. Grandpa looked to be particularly vigilant. His eyes were focused staring out the window to the front of the house. For some reason, he had a big gun on his lap, and he kept saying, I need to make sure these dragon fires hit him square in the chest. And then Nasser kept saying, Dad, they're called Dragon's Breath, not Dragon Fire. His gaze then started to move, following something. I like how you're describing this like you're a little baby who's too low to the ground to look out the window. Soon enough, I hear footsteps coming from the front door. Oh, coming up to the front door. As I was getting up to answer it, Grandpa stood up himself and told me to sit back down. You put your ass on the floor. There wasn't even a knock before he opened the door. Past it was Anon frozen in the headlights as Grandpa towered over him. You Anon. Anon could barely mutter, yeah, pleased to meet you, Mr. Executioner. I rolled my eyes over how Grandpa was greeting Anon. I'm not the only one who's exasperated over his behavior. Grandma and I rushed to Anon's aid. Now it works. Now it's a sexy alliteration. It's a literal... Ripley, don't scare him. He's a guest of ours. As she scolds Granddad, I address Anon, who appears to be so intimidated he's staring off into the distance. He's shell-shocked. This man hasn't even gone to Vietnam and he's already done. Waving my hand in front of him, I ask him if he's alright. He snaps out of it and blinks rapidly before looking down at me. Oh, yeah, hey. Oh, yeah, hey. Oh, I'm good. You don't sound like it, but if you say so, just don't mind Uncle Ripley. I show him inside and he looks around, taking in the new sights. He seems oddly happy that I'm holding his hand. He eventually crosses eyes with Nasith, who greets him. I leave Anon with him as I head upstairs and call out phone from behind the door. Fang, Anon's here. Are you ready? Just give me a second. I'm putting on my blacker pants. I need to look more emo to offset Naomi. Like zoinks, dude. Zoinks. I hear them stumble around in their room. After a while, Fang comes out, fully dressed in their regular getup. Alright, let's go. I really, really like Snoot Forever. What a fucking shit show of a mod it is. What a weird fucking story that... Who the fuck is Anna Kim? It's such a weird story that doesn't justify anything that's happening. It's great. It's a mess. And the art is so fucked up. We start heading downstairs where we can start to hear... We start and we start. Don't start twice. Bad sentences. We start heading downstairs, and we can hear more and more of Grandma's voice as she's talking about Fang's childhood. Fang's eyes widen as they rush past in order to stop her from going into more detail. Mom, not in front of my friends, Fang confronts Grandma, who happily reassures them that it was nothing to be embarrassed about, saying that everyone was a kid at some point, that they made precious memories. You know, Fang, you should be a lot less, you shouldn't be so insecure about having shat yourself when you were a little baby. Man, did you stink? I'd prefer if you forgot them entirely. Fang's embarrassment is clear to see as Nasser also averts his eyes. Since the memories also concern him too. Can you not also too? Why are you doubling? Stop doubling your doubles. It's fine. Oh, don't be like that, Lucy. Every little memory is a treasure to cherish. Fang groans as Grandma continues to talk. Not until Noomers chimes in that she stops. So, are you ready for your date now? All eyes turn to Fang and I. Turn to Fang, and I spot Enon sinking further into the seat. Fang's embarrassment gets worse as a slight blush paints their cheeks. It's not like that. We're just gonna look for a venue. Fang hurriedly covers for the both of them, though Grandma looks at them skeptically. Oh, just 2 of you, though. At her words, the air around Granddad seems to grow more tense. Nasser reflexively flinches and steps away from his side. Even from where I'm at, I can't help but stiffen up. Man, that's just Coach Solly. He might be over there, but you can feel him, even on a Saturday. He just gotta say, "Turn hot," and you feel it. Naomi, completely oblivious to the killing intent rating next to her. You definitely fucking talk to Anon about nerd shit in the future, man. Don't lie. Clasp a hand together joyfully. Why don't we make it a double date then? Thankfully, a proposal seemed to ease Granddad's hostility as he relaxed his shoulder. Both he and Grandma are quick to express their agreement to the idea, but Nasir is not as receptive. I don't know. I don't think Fang will be too happy with before he could even finish. Granddad put an arm around his shoulder and dragged him off to the side. Can't believe he's gonna have to talk about the birds and the bees. Meanwhile, Fang and Grandma have entered a back and forth for whatever that's to make it double date or not. Not that it is. Enon also doesn't appear to be too fond of the idea either. Also either. My man, my homeboy Slice, my brother from another mother. Please. I know that doubling down on the same literal word is one thing, but you can't just use synonyms either. It's not the problem. Once Nasir and Granddad are done talking, they return to the main conversation. Nasir is looking considerably distressed. He's even shivering like a leaf. Okay, I have a question for you. Why the fuck is it Nasser when I'm pretty sure that the actual way you're supposed to anglicize it is Nasir? I just don't get it. I guess that he is Nasser, but still, he's shivering like a leaf. Like, I mean, for Goodbye Volcano High, I understand that Snoot Game is gonna do whatever the fuck Snoot Game is gonna do, but still, despite his condition, he manages to voice his agreement to the group date, albeit in a forced tone. Also, how the fuck do you see a name like Nasser and you're like, oh, it's supposed to be like Nazer, right? Ugh. What? I wonder how it would have been if his name was like obviously Nasir, and they were like, oh, I wonder how that would affect Snoot Game. Like, what Snoot Game would we have gotten if it was more obvious? How many seats does this car have? You raise an incredibly good question. If they're gonna go on a triple date, how the fuck do they fit in this car? He has like what, 5 seats tops? Are we stuffing Amber in the trunk? Show of hands. Who wants to stuff Amber in the trunk? Fang glares at Nasser, saying that's not happening, only for Granddad to interject, saying that it is. Their glass switches over to him, blah blah blah, they're just having a fun time. Everyone returns to the door, Naomi goes to open it. It's Sienna, who freezes up at the sight of everyone looking at her, all serious like. Oh, it's just a big time. The sight of Sienna is enough to give Fang an idea. She looked between her face. You two, how about you two come with us? Sienna and I turn to Fang in surprise. Kinder surprise, huh? I say that, but that is actually how you know. Sienna asks them nervously what they were doing. Oh my god. Oh god. Shit. Oh no. I need a moment. I'm hit with a cringe memory from my youth. Oh. Oh god. Need a moment. Fuck, that's cringe. Let's see, the back seat shirts with driver shotgun about 3 in the back of most cars. Yeah, I think it's a normal sedan. I don't think he has like the 3rd row, which is my row. Ah. Let's see. Sienna and I turned to Fang in surprise, and Sienna asked some nervous they were going, Fang, you can't ask my girlfriend to be your... to watch your back while we're doing drug deals. But Fang's like, ugh, I don't need... I can manage myself. I just, you gotta have a second party, Ugh, I fucked that up so bad. Ugh, tripping. We're gonna look for a venue, you win. Granddad expresses his approval for us joining, said the more people, the better. So it's a triple date. How are you fitting in this car? It doesn't help Sienna make up her mind, though. She's hesitant on what to say. Wasn't Sienna coming over to, like, go for a walk? Or a run? Is she gonna be kind of mad that you're like, oh, we're going in the fucking car? I came here to run. We're gonna run over there. As she looks at me, pleading with her eyes to help her out. Sienna just got kind of ditched into a horrible situation. I guess it would be fun to be around the other guys. Besides, Sienna could only use being around other... Sienna could use being around other people that aren't me. I resolved to reassure Sienna that we would enjoy hanging out with everyone else. As a speaker of it, the world instantly loses color. Can you imagine being haunted by a fucking Toho? And it's like, yeah, we're just talking about how we're gonna go on a nice trip. And then the fucking Toho character shows up and goes, no. I'm like, bitch, you can't micromanage my life like this. I'm trying to kiss a cute girl. You can't do this to me. Slapping my little beans against the Toho. You can't do this to me. I don't even know your fucking franchise, man. What? I look around and see that everyone is at a standstill. Zavarudo! My confusion only lasts for a moment, as I recall the only other time this has ever happened. It's that thing again. As if on cue, my heart pops out of my chest and I die. Conversation happens and I get back to life. I don't see how that helps. Though it doesn't hurt as much this time around. I only feel a slight discomfort that lasts up until it fully exits me. I look at it floating in front of me. It's been a while. I just want to say, it's a little awkward that you are both haunted by an ancient vampire and also something that's like kind of giving you heart attacks. Sorry, Sienna, we don't have seats. You're gonna have to stick. We're gonna have to tie you to the roof. Not even she has to cling to it or sit on the roof. We're tying her down with a rope. Yeah, and the neighbors aren't gonna ask questions about that. What was that cringe-ass game about, like, where you sneak into the neighbor house and the guys posted at MatPat, oh man, we're gonna post our cool new theory material. MatPat, please make the video. Oh. It's been a while. What is it now? Sure, you can't go. It's too risky. The two of you cannot go. It's too risky. Well, how do you do Chimeras Mora again? I know you have to do a certain kind of accent. It appears to be speaking much more fluidly than before. What was this about being too risky? We can go out with Fang. I can be near my mother. My mother from another mother. Technically, that sentence is true. She is a mother, but from another mother, because the grandma. Listen, I'm extremely intelligent, and that is the finest joke I've ever told. If you can't appreciate it, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna keep showing this. You're the only one involved. The events of today will greatly impact the outcome. If only you were to go, it would pose no issue for me. But having a come along increases the likelihood of whatever items. I love that he's like, listen, Amber, you can come, but I am not letting that one come along. And she's like, what do you mean that one? That. And he like looks around, and Amber's like, listen, no one can hear us. You can just say it. You can just use the word. He's like, I'm already in trouble. Having used the T word before, not risking it again. What do you mean? Since you're already, my influence is focused around you. It is what keeps this story from changing irreversibly. She is outside of my reach. I don't want to do that because my headset will fall off. I'm sorry. I have to hold it like this. Oh, that makes my head hurt. Ow. Ow, that makes my head hurt. I'm not used to that, sorry. I would totally be Boss Nass in the remake, thank you. So, he's been keeping everything together. So, he's been keeping everything together that much so that I can go back safely? Still, I have to try. What if for today I'm like really careful and I watch over? Surely we can.
No, that will not work. You will not know what to look out when I cannot afford you, knowing the best is you do not go at all.
But I want to go. There has to be something we can do to make it work. I just want to kiss. I'm lesbian, goddammit.
Yes, women and women. Yes, that. How?
Oh no, I'm haunted. I'm possessed by a bigot. Not only are you racist, you're mean too.
Really, that's the order of operations we're going with.
The mask begins to vibrate, and a menacing black aura emanates from it. I tense up as the air between us tightens.
We've already given my answer. It is my duty to return due to all time in tax and wretched cost me. Seems that I have to make you understand.
I throw away my humanity. Joe, Joe. In a swift motion, it heads straight for my chest, judging my implication that it's reflexively to stop it with my hands. My hands! If it gets back inside, its method of making me understand will surely not be pleasant in the sight. No, stop! It faces through my hands, now closing it rapidly on the surface. How fucking long are your arms? Isn't it like inches away from you? Like a foot at most? Fear washes over me. I think what's washing over you is this black ooze. Stop! The Stone Master turns you to a vampire. That might be a solution, I think. I close my eye. Isn't Remia or Remelia or remedial English a vampire? Maybe she's got that mask. I closed my eyes, bracing myself for what's coming. Then I heard a thump. Its sudden outcry had me slowly open my eyes. As I did, I noticed something emitting a faint red glow, positioned right in front of my chest. A symbol. God damn it! I don't need a goddamn slave brand! This fic is getting weird, and not in a fun way. I may not know what it is, but the black mass does.
Well, you haven't.
It seems irate as as the mist from before seems to have intensified greatly, and it doesn't attempt approaching me again. I can only look in bewilderment at what is happening, as the symbol flashes brightly for a momento. The light it produced pushed the black mass back, making it cry in pain. The brand of sacrifice, Amber, has been hanging out with that Red Griffith kid. Get this berserk out of here. What voice were we doing for the Toho lady? Fuck, I need a hot minute. Un momento, por favor. I need to do some research. I need to remind myself what the stupid fucking Toho character was supposed to be voiced like. You know, if you think about it, JoJo and Toho have the same amount of syllables, so you can go to ho do 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 do. You know, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'll say. I have nothing more to add. Okay, just open the fucking thing, man. Are we back yet? I wish we were, because that would be great. Man, that took some time. Oh, yes. I remember what voice I used.
Hello? Where is everyone?
I'm just a little man. I'm just a little fella. Hello? Hello? I'm just a scared little bean. Hello? Hello? Oh, my live chat isn't updating. That's odd. Shit. Please try again later. Oh, fine. Yeah, my chat wasn't updating. Georgia was more fun was about vampires and punching them with the power of the sun by breathing. I mean, I feel like the problem is more to the very distinct flavors. Alright, I figured out the voice. We can keep going.
You'll stop it. This is so predictable to keep your determination to fulfill your duty has made you inflexible.
I call out to the voice, Milady, is that you?
Yes, my child, it is me, but before I address you, allow me to deal with him first.
Achoo!
Sorry, I have a little booger.
The symbol above my chest hovers over to where the Keeper is. The Keeper of arcane lore.
Now then, I believe you should go and do something else today.
Do not fret, however. I will accompany Amber in your stead. Rest assured. Wow, I feel so safe now. It flashes brightly once more, pushing the keyboard.
No, you cannot be trusted. You would put everything at risk for your amusement.
Imaginary technique. Purple. Keeper tries to push through towards me one last time, but is unable.
Amber, do not let this devil control your actions. Go as you have been.
The symbol is now constantly emitting light, going brichter and brichter.
For your sake.
One final flashlight, the keeper dissipates, and the world goes from grey to light red. Wow, how do I know two fucking people that can stop time? That's just nuts. I'm in shock at the power struggle that has just occurred over me. I'm such a Mary Sue that two godlike beings capable of manipulating time are fighting over me. I mean, it makes sense for the Toho character entirely because I think her deal is she's just a little fuckhead. But hey, it's gonna be okay, right? The symbol floats back in front of me, enters my chest, taking the place of the keeper inside. What? Milady's voice that was in the air disappeared and reappeared inside my head.
Such a worry, what is? It's not like I would do anything to bring you any harm.
I can't help but fidget nervously what all just happened. Milady must have sat on my knees and she then spoke to me.
I can feel your anxiousness, child. But you have nothing to fear. I mean you no harm. Even if I did expel the keeper rather forcefully.
Is he gonna be alright?
There's no need for you to worry about him. He is not as weak as he appears. But it goes to show my prowess at having driven him out. Without him over your shoulder constantly, you're free to act without interruptions. Just don't get too carried away.
Wow, this is a lot just to see two girls kiss, huh?
You have no idea. The longer it takes, the sweeter the smooch.
I feel like I shouldn't go through with this now. I'm starting to get second thoughts from later shouting,
Now go on and enjoy your day. Keep me entertained, will you?
Wow, that's not creepy at all. What the fuck? 1 blink later and the world was back to normal. Zanormiro. As chatter reached my auriculars. I'm once again facing Sienna, who's still begging with her eyes to help. Man, this shit got so cringe I got stuck in time. I guess since all that happened, it'd be a risk to refuse now. Not to mention doing so would undoubtedly anger milady.
It will. Now stop thinking and get going!
Did not expect to hear Milady's voice. I thought she was just gonna be a backseat gamer, much like how Keeper just shuts up. And again, she doesn't seem like the type to stay quiet. I went into the shower paying close to me.
You were doing well not to think such thoughts, child.
Seeing as thinking any more of it would give me punish to push Milady to the back of my mind. Into the dusty corner you go, Toho. I head over to Sienna, who was still at the door, following the natural flow of the previous conversation. How the fuck would you even know? It's been like a few minutes. How the hell would you know what that conversation was even about? I reassure her that it's going to be fun. Seeing as how I also think that we should go, she slumps her soles and eventually sees it coming along. I guess it wouldn't hurt to do something a little, different. With all that, all six of us exit the house and start getting into the NASCAR. Nasser obviously gets in the driver's seat, Naomi in the passenger seat, leaving us, the four of us to squeeze into the back seat. Needless to say, it was a struggle to get inside. Struggle to get inside. We barely managed to fit just fine with Fang, Anon, and me. It's even taking account our wings. The problem came when Sienna got in. There simply wasn't enough space. Okay, listen. As a reminder, Amber is 15. She is not small. She is a woman, which means that her puberty tends to be earlier. She is pretty grown up. You are asking 4 effective adults to sit in the back of a sedan. Now, the only thing you got going for you is that Anon is lean as a bitch, and Fang's pretty slender too. But we do not know if Amber and Sienna are like that. Even after Nasser and Naomi pulled the front seats forward to give us more space, we were still packed like jam. We really didn't think this through. Don't worry, Nasser. Where there's a will, there's a way. I don't see how Will Smith is going to help with this. It sure was easy enough for Naomi to be positive when she was the one who having to fit in such a tight spot. She looked at the backseat for a moment, seemingly in thought. Oh, I know. Sienna, you have such a small build. Why don't you just sit in Amber's lap? Then it won't be such a tight fit. What? Listen, I already have 2 weirdos in my head being weird about the whole lesbian thing. I can't have you join them too, Noomer. Really, sitting on the lap? There's a reason you get fined for that. Better to put her in the trunk. I mean, yeah, it is. It is risky as hell. Oofsy and I could barely process what Naomi just said. Nasser also agrees that it would solve the problem. Why is everyone so keen on that? But then we got another problem. At least Sienna and me. My heart started beating faster. Doki doki. It's okay, Amber, calm down. Naomi is right. And besides, we're just doing this because we have to, not because we want to. I look over to Sienna, who's getting nervous. I guess it's fine if you're okay with it, boss. Your fidgeting doesn't make me feel any less nervous, Sienna. What a sight. You're not helping either. Regardless on how I felt, we both ended up going through with Naomi's idea. Why can't Amber sit in Fang's lap? They're family. It's way less awkward. Why the fuck does it have to be one of the more awkward combinations where it's like age mates? Actually, it would be super fucking awkward if Anon had to take either of them into his lap. Because he's such a fucking nerd. Just have Noomer and Fong switch. Wings take less space then. Yeah, that's also a fair argument. I still think we should just fold up Amber and put her in the trunk. I turn my head away to avoid contact. Okay, crying to my lap. I turn my head away to avoid eye contact with her. She does the same. But instead of her, I'm facing Anon. He's got a grin on his face. Anon, for fuck's sake, she's 15! Anon is not beating the allegations. Don't look at me like that. Why are you making eye contact? If she's sitting on your lap, shouldn't she be looking the same direction you are, which means you look to the back of her head? What is going on? Are you sitting, like, looking at each other? Like she's squatting? Like, what's it called? Straddling your lap? This scene is so fucked up. It's not even cute. It's just, like, really weird. Especially since there's, like, at least one person just kind of looking on from brain space. With everyone now in the car, we set off downtown. The car ride is lively with chatter. Fang mentions the place that we were looking for. That the place we're looking for has to have a big open space, preferably with a mosh pit. What the fuck is a mosh pit? I don't know any place like that. The other voice similar opinions, which leaves us having to look around. Metal Wolf Chaos is I remember playing a little bit. It was fun. I got it to Liberty Island apparently. And that was 5 years ago. I haven't played this over half a decade. Richard! God. God, those lines are shit. God fucking Michael. Get this man out of here! Ugh. Only bloated places like that. The other voice similar opinions, which leaves us having to look around. Now in downtown proper, we start walking around. It proves to be mostly enjoyable, taking in the sights of everyone, even as Naomi is talking non-stop about restaurants and cafes. Pretty sure cafes doesn't need an apostrophe. That could serve as a possible venue. The places we go to per Naomi's recommendation turn us down, however. This goes on for 2 hours, barely making any... Jesus Christ, you've been walking for 2 hours? Barely making any headway to finding a venue. Fang is looking considerably more displeased with each step we take, not to mention them muttering various acts of increasingly graphic violence. Why not heinous acts of violence? The group has slowed down considerably from a walking non-stop, but Sienna and I aren't tired in the slightest. This prompts Enon to ask us how we're not tired yet. Maybe if you were running... Maybe if we... Wait. Maybe if we were running, but a little walking is... Maybe if we were running, but a little walking isn't gonna do Amber and me in. Even if she did. That just means she's gotta train more. Thank you, buddy, for growing strong enough for this day. For fucking venue hunting. Anna looks at me with pity. How the fuck does Anna walk for 2 hours? Amber has that moment from Deus Ex where you're cybernetics where you see things and hear voices. It's only if you're stupid enough to download the update. Anon looks at me with pity. Or if you guys say so.
Love you guys, say so.
He turns forward and calls out to Naomi next. She turns to face Enon, but freezes at the sight of Fang's blatant hostility.
Well, perhaps a little break will do us some good.
With that, the group heads to a nearby port. We all gather around a vending machine and get something to drink. Sienna gets a sport drink just like Nasser, while I get coffee in a can. Drinks in hand, we head over to some tables with shade. Due to it raining earlier, the humidity's through the roof right now, and everything is wet, with the sun beating down hard as well. We all enjoy our respective drinks, minus Nasser and Sienna, who chug down theirs. Having finished his drink, Nasser crushes the bottle and throws it into a trash can a fair distance away, landing the shot. He turns back to us with the smuggest expression we've ever seen. Why were you locked in the bathroom? You talking to me? Maybe we should try getting a job. Show off.
Show off.
Anon calls him out on it, but Nasser keeps being smooth. Yeah. Naomi starts praising Nasser, which is followed by Fang fake retching. It was a pretty good throw, though. It's your uncle, be nice. Unexpectedly, Sienna gets up from her seat and out into the sun. All her eyes turn to her, she kicks the ball over to the air. We all follow the trajectory of the bottle as Dree's egg starts coming down. It lands straight into the trash can. Holy
shit!
Anon yells out, and Nasser drops to his knees, mouth open in awe. Oh no, now there's 2 Mary Sues! As for the rest of us, our eyes open in similar astonishment. Way to fucking go! Fang was the first to praise it, with Anon following suit. But Amber's supposed to be the one who does all the cool stuff. We can't have 2 Mary Sues. She adopted a smug but cool smile. I'm gonna go get another one. You wanna come with, Amber? Yeah, sure. She walked off in the direction of the vending machine. Naomi asked us for another bottle of vegan water while we were at it. Will do. Come on, Amber. We got to the vending machine, which was a fair bit away from the topless. But once we got there, Sienna didn't make a move to buy anything, so I asked if something was wrong. She was silent for a moment before answering. Hey, you think we could go for a quick run? My body is just itching to get moving. She once again looked at me with pleading eyes. And since I had to somewhat look down at her, the sight made it hard to refuse. You're taller than her, too.
Fine, but let's go at our fastest. I don't think you could keep up with me at my fastest.
But if you say so, boss. We started running, our goal to do a lap around the park. I Sienna wasn't kidding when she said I couldn't keep up. She was going at a speed I'd never seen her go, even taking into account all the people we had to avoid. Beck and weave, swerve, dodge! The smile on her face as she sped past was so sincere. She was truly enjoying herself, just running away from life's many problems. It's almost like she has issues. I wish I could say the same about myself. This is just like when I first started. By the time we finished our lap and made it back to the vending machine, I dropped into my hands and knees breathing hard. But all that did for Sienna was to get her slightly breathing hard. Slightly breathing hard. Ugh, don't use non-committal words. Just say that she breathes a bit harder. Not even panting. Also, is this really a good idea if you're planning to do more venue searching? You're gonna be fucking sweaty and tired and your legs hurt, and you're still gonna be walking around for another hour or two. You fucking idiots. How are you 15 years old? Oh shit, it's a cute design. Where was I? I told you. She was not the one looking down at me on the ground. You just had to rub it in. Now that I can think properly, I realized that it's still a long way to go, and I wasn't sure if I could ever do as Sienna does. Still, as exhausting as it was relieving and somewhat fun. You know, I just had a little bit of fun running with my gay friend. I'm not that gay. After a while on the ground, I recover from the run. To which Sienna hands me a sports drink she bought. Yeah, drink up. With the sun being done, you need to replenish what you lost in the run, or you might get a heat stroke. Energy drinks are not hydrating. I mean, the electrolytes are nice, but you want to combine that with actual water. I lean against the vending machine and chug the drink. Sienna does the same. It's refreshing and invigorating. Much like how water tastes at 3 in the morning. What? Finishing our drink, Sienna gets a water bottle to give to Naomi and says we should head back. She helps me back up as we head back. Although I do so slowly, owing to my time. See, I told you, this was a terrible plan. The tables come into view, but only Naomi and Anon are there. It was then that I noticed that Anon had a pensive frown. Getting closer, I asked where Nasir and Fang went. Anon doesn't answer, but Naomi takes it upon herself to tell us that they went to the restroom. But even as Nasir returns, Anon is silent. I get increasingly worried to ask him what's wrong. Before I can get a word in, I heard Melody's voice. Leave him be, my child. You need only but a moment. Ah. Stopping in my tracks, I leave Anon as he is. It's not long before he shakes his head as if to come back to reality. As he does, his pensive look changes to a determined one. Well, at least it's not an expression, because it was nothing then. Fang eventually comes back from the restroom, but smelling an awful lot like smoke. The only one to notice is Sienna and Asa scrunch up their faces at the scent. Alright, I'm back, let's go. Fang, why do you smell the smoke? Why do you care? Nasser rubs the bridge between his eyes. You know you're not supposed to smoke. Well, it happened on accident. Even as Nasir They did heavy on Fang, they just brushed him off. Nasir didn't let up, however, which forced Fang to retort by bringing up the fact that he had a, what? A mankini made of leopards. Nasir, it's a species you can't just hunt. That's poaching. He paled at his secret being revealed. Seeing his reaction, Sinena and I couldn't help but look away. So we both tried to stifle a laugh, which made Nasir look at us in a panic. Enon even joined in on it, on the attack on Nasir, asking Fang if that was the only thing he had in there. Before Fang could spill any of the beans further, Nasir cried out to stop Fang from saying anything else. I'm gonna stop you right there. Let's go. He started walking away at a rapid pace, to which Naomi followed right behind. Now with the four of us remaining at the back of the group, Fang didn't hesitate to tell us all about Nasser's belongings. I also went on our way, trying not to get left behind. So we left the park. We were having a good time, chatting and laughing, albeit at Nasser's expense. Wow, what a chapter. Anyway, there's some translation happening here. As this translation is happening, I need to remind you, I'm not doing that. I don't know which one to trust. I can't believe you make me Romelia, even though she's my favorite, and Hiso Tensoku. No, Hiso no Tusan. Hiso Uto Uten Hiso Tensoku. Hiso Tensoku. I don't like being selfish but manipulating characters, especially when they have bullshit mind control abilities. Other kind of life makes me more decent. Merely looking for entertainment. This romantic character doesn't have that. She's just showing Amber a dream, much like how she had a vision before. Amber's just too easily influenced. I just find this inclusion and direction jarring. He's looking for a division to the story, which is the whole point, I guess. It kind of is. Story is kind of about the time getting fucky-wuckied with. We had a short chapter, so I'm going to take a break and we'll do it. It's not a named chapter. What is another named chapter coming up? 21. And it's going to be the account of Enon. Are we going to do a mega long super stream? No. Even though the account of Enon is fairly straightforward. So, take a break. Man, Arthur Kitzer Boy Wife really did just fuck off, huh? He really did just leave when asked. What a weird man. Who does that? Like I said, we'll do a quick break. Don't get your face all bunched up. I'm back. The hollow halls. You know what really fucks me up? So I play Timberborn, and recently Timberborn had an update that fucked me up like none other. Because what they added was, what was it again? Automation. Incredible. The depth sensor now measures water up to the level of the disc-shaped probe, which is one of the other bases, makes it more usable when placed directly on the riverbed. Weather model station's been changed. The weather station model has been changed while placing things. Increase the height of some underground canals. On the pressure map to allow sensor placement without dynamite. Increase the crafting time of metal parts. Decrease crafting time of metal parts. Oh, thank God. Change the deep water pump from 5 blocks to 10 parts. Automation. The dedicated cursor will always be displayed. I didn't know there was a problem with that. Change the default flow limit setting on. Valve flow limit setting to closed for consistency with floodgates. Stranded beavers should no longer block unfinished stairs, tubeways, and zip lines from being completed. Stranded beavers. I think the real problem is just how often my beavers get goddamn stranded because I'm like building a staircase and they're like, I'm gonna get behind the stairs, and they get stuck behind the stairs like fucking little idiots. And then one of the first mods that people made is like, the sluice is back! Oh boy, it's sluicing time! Man, I really do like the houses. See the two factions, it's so fun. Cause with oh man, people are using those banners. It's a great effect. It's like little puppy dog. Man, this stuff's great. Flumes! With a 3D water update, aqueduct are possible, but they are big. Being at least 3 blocks wide, which results in a lot of eyesores and being clumsy. Sluice. Oh! Oh, neat. I want those flumes. Those flumes look fun. Timberborn elevator. Man, these are complicated. I think people don't fully understand that there are some serious complications. I mean, I like the power capacity of the elevator. That's neat. I think people just don't fully understand like some of the complications that emerge from how Timberborn's engine seems to work. It's not that great. I want to get a custom map into that one, though. Wait, there's raft logistics. Oh, this one. Ugh, not a big fan of it. Not a big fan of it. Building blueprints. Oh, cool! That's fun. You can make little pre-built modules for things. That's so cute. I've got rumblies in my tumblies. Better healthcare. It adds buildings to heal beavers quicker. And goods in healing. Remove the herbalist to quickly using science! Medbay for iron teeth. Focuses on the herbalist. Poultices. Heal bee stings. Oh, that's cute. Okay, straightforward enough stuff. Oh, look, that's always nice to see people. Because it's hard to explain, but I do notice that injuries kind of fucked up my capacity to get the achievement for, hey, everyone is super happy. I'm so mad. I had to launch that wonder several times to get there. Someone made the Kanto region. Palatine, Indigo Plateau. Oh my gosh, that's so cute! I'm subscribing right away. That's a really big map, though. Is that one big map? Ooh. Ooh. Bit big for one map, but whatever. We'll get to it in a bit. Don't worry about it. Why you gotta do that? Why can't you just have a little bit of fun? It's the ladder use treated planks. I just want that fucking ladder mod. It's like, so often do I go like, man, if I had a ladder, oh, this would suck ass. Kinetic materials. Staircase. There's a few different staircases and pillars. A train? What kind of staircases? Oh, spirals. Whatever. Enough tomfoolery. What if Snoot, but written by Chris Alvalona? I don't know what you mean. Brever's just trying to damn. Sitting anti-kink posters down in front of a wrestling match and explaining kayfabe to them with the patience of a preschool teacher. What? You see that? He's called a heel. He looks mean, it says a lot of scary things, but it's not real and it's actually really nice. When he says things like, I'm going to break you in half, you don't have to be scared because it's pretend. These two have talked about this before and are now they're playing pretend together. Can you think of any other situations that might be like this? Crying and throwing up when Utama, the Undertaker, didn't really die and come back to life all those times. Now that part was real. That part was real. It drives a man to think. I don't know who Chris Avalone is, though. I'm afraid I can't actually comprehend the joke. The joke is just not something I can process. Alright, we're gonna go back and do it in a little bit. Just kind of listen to the music, honestly. Because, like I said, it's a good soundtrack. Someone showed me a tasty dish of chicken jambalaya, and all I can think about is jambalaya, so we must get to the streaming. Let's go! Despite all the fun we're having, we soon found ourselves back to where we were a couple of hours ago. We're in the exact same place that have rejected us in the first place. So it's probably not a good sign. The sight makes me sigh tiredly, as Sienna does the same. It may be built with stamina in mind, but seeing that we've made no progress after this long is mentally tiring. I decide to say the obvious just in case. Hey, haven't we passed through here already? Hearing those words makes Fang bare her teeth slightly. There are teeth. You continue walking as Naomi answers my question.
There may be some places we missed. I feel like one more good pass will do us some good.
She and Nasa just keep on walking, looking around for the presumed place we presumably missed. We swept this area pretty thoroughly. There's no way we could have missed something. Sienna and I both look at each other, shrugging to one another, as we continue to follow behind them. I do notice Fang and Anon falling behind a bit, talking about something. They're talking about those beans! Shortly after, Fang calls out to Nasser, "Hey, Stephen Hawing?" Both Enon and I look at Fang in confused disapproval at how they reached out to him. What leaves us more exasperated is that Nasser actually responded to it. His attention is now on Fang. How about you pair up with your girlfriend and fuck off somewhere else? That way we can split off and cover more ground, while also keeping her in one piece. Nasser frowns at Fang's suggestions, having come to a full stop. He's silent for a moment. I don't think that's a good idea. Seeing his reluctance, I joined in, hoping to get him to change his mind. What the? Huh. Seeing his reluctance, I joined in, hoping to get him to change his mind. But now, we're not we're getting nowhere fast. We have to change it up, or we'll be searching all day. He grits his teeth, acknowledging that we have a point, but he can't bring himself to accept it for some reason. Naomi comes to his side, ready to say something. Then she suddenly gets a look of realizations, and her glasses flash. I can't believe I got flashbanged by this fucking nerd.
Well, they're right, Nasser. If we pair off, we can go and check in on the promenade.
Lemonade? Promenade?
It just so happened that I recall a wonderful cafe we could...
Great, now get the hell out of here. Fang is quick to dismiss both of them, and Nasa doesn't like where the conversation's going. Oh, hold on! For some reason he starts glaring daggers at Enon. I can't let you go off on your own! Dad said he'd do to me whatever you did to Fang. I can't risk doing anything creepy to her. Or pregnation. If you get pregnation on the table, I'm done for. This is just a 1-for-1 snoot game. Shouldn't Nasu insist that Amber should not go with the Vault on the Recluse? It is a little weird that he's okay with this, like, younger cousin who was explicitly sent away in really awkward circumstances to hang around, like, the two most dangerous people he knows. And I guess Anon is there. And Sienna. The collective what escapes from all of our mouths as Nasa turns to Fang. Please, Fang, you gotta promise me that you won't let Anon do anything like that to you. So getting considerably displeased over how he views Anon.
No, sir, what are you saying? Anon's not like that.
How could you know? You've only known him for 2 months. How can you be sure? His expression hardens as he locks eyes on me. He makes a good point, but that only applies to this Anon. Either way, I can't let Nasa disrespect my dad like that. My dad, who's in my band with my mom. I also get serious as I close my eyes and allow myself to answer. Oh, you're right. I haven't known him for that long. Then why are you? But that doesn't automatically mean he's a bad person. If he was, then why would he welcome you? Then why did you welcome him into your house without protest? He recoils, not having expected such a rebuttal. A recital of my butt. I go and stand by Anon's side, maintaining eye contact with Nasir. I understand that Uncle told you to keep Fang safe, so if you don't trust Anon, you can trust me. I can totally stop these 2 adults who are taller than me from making out. Totally not gonna get distracted making out with my girlfriend. It's fine. I do want to point out that, like, half the point is that the Keeper is, like, trying to keep it on track for Snoot Game. But that is kind of lame that you're just admitting you're not going to do anything. Anon in Nasa's eyes go wide at the absolute faith I'm displaying. I've never seen such faith. Huh. Nasa subsequently shrinks back and sighs. I haven't given up on contesting the matter further. Fine. That's all he says before walking. You can't do this to your uncle, man. If you insist, Fang, I guess I'm gonna have to impregnate on to first to assert dominance. Dad said he'd do to me what you do to Fang. Yakuza sub-story pop up with a guitar sting. Like that, I like son. No. Naomi follows behind him, a soft sitting around face goes,
Don't let her trust me this place. That's all I'll say.
without Nicer and Naomi. Turn the corner, leaving the four of us behind. Why does it have to take such a heavy turn? Sigh, the tension leaving my body. Now I should probably move on as best as I can. Turning back to Fang and Anon, I address them. Oh, okay, we should probably split off. Do you know where you two want to go? I was thinking somewhere a little Trudon, for starters. They point in the direction they intend to take. A little weird phrasing. Acknowledging their choice and taking into account the direction Masa and Naomi were headed, Sienna and I discussed our options. Eventually decided on a different path. Without anything with Cole. Huh. Sounds good. See you later, you two. As we all started walking away, alongside the two apart, the voice goes up inside of me. Turning my head to see Anon walking up to me. What is it? Is something?
No, nothing is wrong. He takes a deep breath and goes, I just want to say thanks for what happened with Nasser.
He smiles sincerely.
Oh, that wasn't the problem. I believe in you after all.
But why?
It appears he wants an honest answer from me, but the truth isn't one I can share.
I think my words over before I respond.
It's hard for me to explain, but I just do. Does it bother you? No. It's just this is the first time anyone's had so much faith in me.
He rubs the back of his head in embarrassment.
Thanks again. Oh, you're welcome.
Anon and I are smiling to each other. Of course, I'd be on your side. I'm your daughter, after all. It's the day of my daughter's wedding, after all. My motivation is only for me to know. The moment is cut short as Fang comes up from behind him, slight grin on his face. Oh, what a sweet moment. I feel like she could start crying any moment. Anon, what the fuck? She's too young. Why do you keep hanging out with her like this? Dude. The teasing tone in which he said it made Anon and I glare at them. Embarrassed looks in all of our faces. All the while. Go straight, turn right, go, go, go. Go you away, bereaving yourself. How does this help? Oh god, I'm in a stupid trance where I just yawn on stream. Can you imagine how bad it would get if I did a midnight stream? Gosh. Like every word. Don't look at me like that. You guys are the one that decided to have a heart-to-heart on the sidewalk. Sienna's getting jealous, you know. Wow! I'm just kidding around her, buddy. Looking at her, she does look a tad annoyed, as I'm left wondering why she's like that. Fang grabs Anon by the shoulder and then drags him back in the direction that they were walking. All right, Sienna, we'll leave Amber with you. And they turn to Anon. Come on, let's get moving. Anon, I'm going to tell Spears about you, that you were trying to date freshmen, and if you continue, the last guy I did that is still stuck in the suplex dimension. Listen, Anon, it's understandable that you want to date your daughter, but this ain't Alabama, buddy. It just ain't Alabama. They walk away for real this time. Now it's just me and Sienna. Hey, what's wrong? It's nothing. It can't be nothing if you got you that upset. Come on, tell me. She stays silent for... Oh, no, it's her. Hey, what's wrong? Oh, it's nothing. Can't be nothing if you got you that upset. Tell me. Silent for a moment, sighing before answering him. Who? Oh, I've known him for as long as you... What? Who's talking? Who is him? I thought Anon left. I'll be honest. We've had some moments where I've been genuinely confused as to what exactly who's the speaker is, but I'm not sure who this. What? Who is him? Anyway, her question leaves me startled. She is jealous. What a cutie she is. Oh, it's Sienna. But who's him? Yeah, I guess she's like, hey, you know, Anon. So even Sienna's like, oh man, I can't believe this freshman is dating a fucking senior. That's perfectly normal. Wow, Anon. What the hell? Her question leaves me startled. She is jealous. What a cutie she is. Oh, be quiet, you. Sienna looks at me anxiously. It's just that I'm not your only friend, but you are my only friend. So, do you? The splitting eyes don't make it any easier to answer her. Once again, I find myself choosing my words carefully. I think the church was to do him. It's complicated. You have one blowjob behind the sheds, and like life changes, my man. Everything changes. You don't come back from that. I see. However, I do enjoy your company more. Her words make her look up at me in a spirited confusion. Spin me out. Like, I do not like how unclear the speaker is and how much this conversation could go both ways. Great work. Keep it up, child. Listen, Romelia, could you stop? Can everyone stop, like, leaning over the shoulder of this 15-year-old going, kiss, kiss, kiss? I do it as a joke. It's really weird when Anon and... Oh. After a while of walking around, found a decent place. We failed to find a decent place in the immediate surroundings as we have much deeper into the city. Now in a spooky alleyway where we can get mugged, we're walking through to get to the other side of the buildings. No luck so far, just a few places. Who the fuck is talking? Crap, what a curse state of affairs. Wasn't hell the references, whatever. You should have brought a portfolio, man. It is. They're in front of an ambulance? Hospital. St. Alucard. Fucking Dracula lives here? Get this Dracula-ass motherfucker out of here. I'm not happy about the amount of Draculas in the room. Never expect blowjobs for snake people getting digested isn't as fun as DeviantArt lead you to believe. Depends on what part of DeviantArt you look at. Because we need to talk about hardcore versus softcore. And everyone's like, Safi, please stop. And I'm like, nah. Sorry, my brain just turned off for a second. Wait, Amber, I don't think we'll find a venue here. It's a hospital. What could it be this time? I mean, why would a teenager be weird about a hospital? What could possibly be going on? Just hoping. Hoping for what? Oh no. The nurse is no Sienna. That can't be good. Sure, have La Banda perform in a hospital would be good if you get so... Ah! And then Sienna's all like weird about it. All of them appear to be Parasaurs, which is really fucking weird when you think about it. On a different scale and hair colors. Are these the lesbians that have raised Sienna then? Male ad employment coming here just sort of happened while you're sweating buckets. So she has a friend with her. Yeah, they're all like, oh man, because it's time we bring in a new plot hook. That plot hook being that Sienna's mom is gonna fucking die. She's so fucking weird when you think about it. I went back in time and I met my current girlfriend's mom's mom. And she died. That fucked up. The answer is yes, it is. But is it more fucked up than a Big Mac wrap? Is it more fucked up than a Big Mac wrap? You tell me, buddy. You tell me. Anyway, Sienna's not looking very well. Why are you two random teenagers out by a fucking... Why are you calling them girls? You just met this lady. And nurse would have said... I don't know, Misty Space, the Night Sparrow, doesn't she like to have bands over? I don't know how to feel about, like, two teenagers who are, like, out looking for a venue. Start chatting it up with a bunch of old crones who are all the same species. Let's look at gifters in the mouse. Why are y'all doing so much for us? Because we know that Sienna's mom is fucking dying. Elena, don't say any more. Almost if they were brothers laughing at a child's embarrassment. I can't believe I've got 3 lesbian moms! That's too many moms! Everyone is super chill about polygamy until they have to deal with Mother and Father's Day. And shit just goes out the window. I'm getting you 1 gift, and you're gonna be happy with it. Anyway, it's the Night Sparrow. Oriental style, furnishings of polished wood, not to mention the various Eastern decorations. What's it called? The Night Sparrow. It's open during the day. It's a long story. We're open from 6 p.m. to 3 a.m. Didn't get many customers. She's just like, man, I can open a night bar. Started opening at 2 to 2. And she increased her working hours too, because that makes sense name-wise. It's unfortunate. She's still open at like 2 a.m. Customers this early? It's not even 1. I'm not even open yet. And we're gonna have to ask to follow the rules. Looked at the nurses who saw they already put up theirs. Oh no, they have to take the fucking slippers. It's a no-shoe restaurant. Where can I get you from the day? Young adult micro-raptor with skill brown and pale brown. She's taller than Sienna. Is that a fucking Toho reference? Anyway, Romelia's like, man, I got her in some deja vu. Regardless, don't pay mind. Or maybe it's another fic. This is like the OC. The conversation with Mully is cut short as Misty talks to the nurses. What a surprise! Blah 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 blah. They need a venue. And I guess Dynamos isn't gonna work this time. We cannot have it at Tostino's. What a shame. I mean, admittedly, you gotta change something. Otherwise, why are we here? I have to leave a positive impression. Follow me. Yeah, there's a stage, kitchen, blue cloth that covers the hair. She's not even ready to be in the kitchen. Didn't even have her hairnet on. Ugh. So yeah, anyway, when I showed the biggest most of the dishes are foreign. Ew! Foreigner food! Amber's too sophisticated to eat that barbaric meal called sushi. Ramen? Noodles? Ah, I will not have this barbaric dish. Anon just fucking dies in the future. My daughter! No! One of the nurses, Ray. Ritsuku Yaka. Oh, fuck, what is it again? Ritsuko Akagi. The truth is, Howard. Speak up, you liar. Wonderful idea. What exactly is a specialty? It's booze. It's booze and alcohol. You're 6 years too young to drink, but fuck it. Tonight sparrows are my specialty. Grilled lamprey. That's a hell of an idea. Take a bite. Its flavor misses the salty seafood comes to mind, but it's also sweet. Take more and more bites rapidly. It's like chips turned into meat. Actually, jerky is more like chips meat. Excuse me, can I have another serve in that mix too? Who the fuck's paying for this? Whose money are you spending? You play person in the shadow. You eat American, or you ain't eating at all. My family only eats real American dishes like apple pie. and bratwurst. Finished. What's this about a venue to play in? Thanks, got a band, and they want to get a venue. Blah, blah, blah. Won't this music genre be a problem? Don't worry about that. It won't be the first time rock music is played here. Don't worry, my customers can go fuck themselves. And then some people show up. She leaves a business card. Nurses got up. Man, these nurses took a hell of a... Wait, did they just take a fucking random lunch break? Because this place opens at 2 p.m. But, like, their lunch break is probably around 12:01. How the fuck did they just walk out of... How did 3 nurses just leave the fucking hospital? To just talk to some kids? Someone died because of this. Or is having a real bad case of diarrhea. Good thing you knew the nurses. Hey, Sienna, why the hell do you know the nurses? It's kind of a weird thing for someone your age, especially since you haven't shown any particular interest in anything whatsoever in terms of work. So it's like, other than running, why you gotta be a nurse? Tell fag, tell them the good news. Hello, Amber, what's up? Managed to find a venue, blah, blah. So they're not gonna go to Dino Mo's. Oh, there we go. Okay, so everyone found a venue. Except for Naomi. Which, should really tell us all that Naomi is just bad at finding venues, I guess. Nasser has the address. Yes, she sits in your lap. It's even more awkward now that I know that she has butt-itis from the nurses. Back to house, the record tower, greeted by Grandma. And then Granddad comes up too. And he's like, hey, what do I gotta do, Nasser? And he's like, they just kissed. And he's like, oh, fuck. You know, Nasser, I threatened you to do unto you what happened onto what's her name here. But it's I was expecting something fun, and like a kiss is just awkward between us at this point. Just sort, you know, I'm just saying, I'm out. He just leaves, and Nasser never ever felt threatened by his dad ever again. Because what a fucking loser. What a loser he turned out to be. In fact, it's our grandpa from hounding Anna, which is blatant hostility. All they did is have sex and had a baby. The fact that you missed the birth is on you. Well, sir, blah, blah, blah. We can barely hold him back from assaulting Enon. Or am I doing this again? Enon just leaves. Where the hell did he get the confidence from? Taking away with him goodbye. As soon as he's out of sight, Grandpa regains his composure. His fear is very noticeable. You can run after him and kill him anyway. Just kind of do it in public. And then Shieta is like, man, ugh, lesbians, am I right, gamers? And she leaves. So wave her goodbye. She showed us how to run around. A good time to do. Can't even tell him what happened. Nasser's gonna have to fight on his own. Fang, what did Anon do? Looks at Nasser. Well, we ate pizza at Uncle Mo's. God damn it. Well, you heard the man. I guess we're having pizza at Dino Mo's. I gotta take my son out on a date. Dad, you know, this threat really only works if Anon was gonna have sex, right? Like, if they did anything else, like go to an arcade, or go out for dinner, or share a nice hug, or share secrets about their dark, mysterious past, like, I'm just saying, Dad, that this really only doesn't work out for me. Honestly, it's a very bad threat. Like, they're just gonna run off and have sex? Like, you actually thought that was gonna happen in the middle of the day? At whose house, Dad? At whose house? There's shots from the other room. Grandma also frowns, but she is just gonna let it happen. She doesn't like Nasser much at all, so, you know, if Nasser dies, fuck it. That's acceptable collateral. It's really good. We also hug my son. No, I have limits. And Nasser just gets really sad about it. Come on, son. We'd be smoking behind the toilet, behind the public toilet, and then eat pizza till he pop like Anon did to Fang. I like how it's not like as Anon did with Fang. Anon did it to Fang. It is a curse he inflicted upon them. Grandma listens intently and wants to be a patron. It's the end of the day. Cool. Okay, so things are on track, enough things are fine. And they're all like, yeah, man, this is great. And Hermes Moro's like, wow, this takes forever. What is child? The adults are talking right now. I don't mind them in latest days. Man, you can't just do that, man. I don't mind them in latest days. What are you talking about, Amber? She's mind controlling you to make her call the things and physically controlling you to make you do stuff? Like, I don't know what to tell you, Amber, but like, she's not a healthy influence. No, but I want to have the Toho character around. You're the keeper. I'm here to stay, man. Devil and the keeper, devil and the keeper. One's a devil and the other is a keeper. This I tell you, brother. You can't have one without the other. Try to separate from. Anyway, where were we? Anyway, they're having a weird time. Man, this is a weird ass chapter. Next up is chapter 20, but I'm done. I'm tired. I got a lot of other stuff today. I got so much actually. I'm kind of tired, kind of beaten and banged up. I mean, I gotta say, I still don't know what the fucking plot is, right? Like, why should the reader care? Is a thing that's not really made clear because it seems like the keeper is already taking care of the whole like going back home problem. So, what's the rest of the fic about? I might go back to Shards or Dancing Towards Tomorrow just to fuck with that jackass who's like, oh man, Safi, we should stop. And I'm like, come in. Or Barrel of Moose, and I want to take responsibility. We have options. We have 4 options. The Toho, it's everything and nothing at the same time. Hell yeah, baby. Is that a Toho reference? No, it's the story. Well, thank you all for coming. I'll see you guys next week or tomorrow, probably tomorrow. Maybe Sunday again. Maybe we'll do a big stupid Sunday stream that I regret. It depends on how many of my tabletop games go to shit. It depends. Otherwise, have a nice weekend. I should play God Hand for the PlayStation 2. I have never emulated anything in my life when it comes to the PlayStation, so I wouldn't even know where to start. So I'm not gonna. Unless someone has the guts to port God Hand to, what's it called? It's just not gonna happen. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You know what, before we go, we can see how Marathon is doing. Apparently very positive. This feels like I'm playing the Hulu UI. Who the hell is this guy? Dang, he's got a fucking fetish avatar. Now that's what I call power. Based on the Surfer Slam gunplay is good, no arguing that. The UI is actually terrible. Not needs polish, terrible, but like the items look the same. You're reading tooltips mid-fight. Swapping attachments takes multiple buttons and needs a bit your backspace before there's so complaining about it. Smallest button. Oh my god, that's that fucking premium skin stuff. It's so obvious. Don't buy this game if you're on Linux. It starts with connected to the system as a battle eye. Bungie could have enabled the Proton use on battle eye, but decided not to because it implies this conscious decision against. Weird. Well, apparently it's fine, which is weird because I heard so many people be so mad. But I guess you know what they say. I honestly, I want to point out, I do not trust reviews anymore. I've run into too many situations where I'm like, people say this is hot dog shit, and all I can say is, it's not that bad, buddy. You're overselling it. See you guys later!